Hello everyone. I had to delay my Strand Titan build video for reasons. So today, we're going to have another episode of everyone's favorite series, Datto. Is this a good roll on my gun? Today's answer is no, it's not. We're going to be looking at the Neomuna guns today. Now, except for the ones that are from Terminal Overload, they are all craftable, and I've been getting them pretty reliably from all of the patrol-based things that Bungie has been pushing in Lightfall. Let's take a look at the non-terminal weapons first. These are guns from the campaign and just generally found on Neomuna. We're looking at PvE rolls primarily, but I'll try to note some PvP rolls as well. Round Robin is a Strand 120 RPM hand cannon. We have a lot of new perks with Lightfall, and arguably one of the top rolls on this gun consists of two completely brand new perks, Keep Away and Hatchling. Keep Away is basically the opposite of Threat Detector. You get bonus stats when there is nothing near you, minus your allies of course. And Hatchling is where precision final blows or rapid non-precision kills spawn a threadling at the target's location. In the first column, we have some good stuff. Keep Away, Subsistence, and Envious Assassin, another good and new perk, where rapidly killing targets with other guns will transfer ammo into this gun from reserves, and this can overflow the magazine. At the moment, I feel like this is much more of a special or power weapon type perk, but I would not begrudge you for using it right now as we kind of suss it out. The second column has Hatchling, Killclip, and Golden Tricorn. Golden Tricorn is definitely a bit of a better pick now thanks to 3.0 subclasses and the general uptime that you can have on grenades and melees nowadays. I think Hatchling is quite popular right now because it's new and it links up with Strand, and there are Strand fragments to buff threadlings, so if something like that fits with your build, it is certainly worth a try. I don't know if I'm going Golden Tricorn here unless I'm also using Threadlings. Note that Threadlings will proc Golden Tricorn if they are from a Threadling grenade. This gun just kind of kicks pretty hard. It's a 120, so that makes sense. So I'm going to be going with more stability-based minor perks and masterwork. I've heard pretty good things about this gun in PvP with Keep Away and Killclip, but I have not tested it myself yet. Again, it does kick pretty hard, so that might be a deterrent for a lot of people. Volta Bracket is a Strand sniper, 72 RPM, so a slower firing one, going to be lower DPS but higher total damage on average. I think the only PvE role here is for the sniper copium addicts that hope snipers are going to be good, and that is Triple Tap or Envious Assassin and Firing Line. Pretty much any other option on this gun is for specialty use only. If you want to use Hatchling for some sort of a build, that's cool, you can do that, but snipers haven't received any significant changes and are still not the most popular picks for most of PvE right now. I'm looking at range-based perks or magazine-based perks if used for single target damage purposes. Phyllotactic Spiral is an arc energy pulse, 340 RPM. This thing feels like it can get some pretty decent rolls, but I think Volt Shot for PvE is just still too nice to pass up. If you're going with Volt Shot in the second column, I'm going to call an audible for lower end PvE content and go with Compulsive Reloader, since I feel like the goal with Volt Shot is either hitting a big target with the Volt Shot and then tagging a bunch of stuff around it with the AoE portion of the Jolt, which would make CR not good, or just mowing through little dinker enemies and constantly proccing Volt Shot over and over. If you're doing the second thing, I would try out Compulsive Reloader. In higher end content, I'm probably looking at Keep Away, maybe Tunnel Vision, but I don't think that's super important in PvE. Killclip and Frenzy are also on this thing, but again, I think Volt Shot is just too good for PvE. I'm looking at range or reload speed masterworks, and then your choice of either magazine or range minor perks. Iterative Loop is an arc fusion rifle rapid fire frame 500 charge time. I believe this is the first time we've seen a fusion with Volt Shot, but honestly, besides Demolitionist, I'm not too thrilled with many of the other second column perks anyway, so we're probably going with Volt Shot regardless. In the first column, we got some options, led from Gold, Killing Wind, but again, I'm calling an audible on Compulsive Reloader. You want to proc Volt Shot a lot on guns with Volt Shot, and fusions are pretty good at killing stuff in the top half of the magazine. But I can understand if you want to roll with something else. We're going to go with a reload masterwork with accelerated coils or enhanced battery, and probably arrowhead brake for recoil control. Dimensional Oh, God. Dimensional Hypotrochoid is the first wave-frame grenade launcher in the heavy slot. It is a stasis weapon. First column, Envious Assassin seems like a pretty easy pick, given that you're probably not going to be doing all of your killing with this gun, but Stats for All isn't too bad of a pick either, along with Field Prep. Even Unrelenting isn't the worst thing here. You got a good amount of options. Personally, I think I'm leaning towards Envious Assassin. Second column, we have Chain Reaction, a big crowd favorite, and a very good perk. We got One for All, and that's really about it for me. I'm not a huge fan of Vorpal anymore now that it's only 10% on bosses for power weapons. I don't know if I'm the hugest fan of this gun just yet in general, though. I feel like special waveframe GLs are kind of getting the job done. Blast Radius is going to be good for your minor perks. Then we have the guns from Terminal Overload. Again, these are not craftable. Let's start with Synchronic Roulette. This is a Strand SMG, 600 RPM, so slower firing variant, and wouldn't you know it, it too has Hatchling as a perk, and I'm pretty sure that this is the overwhelming favorite right now. In the first column, we have some decent options: Envious Assassin, Keep Away, Pulse Monitor. I might skew towards Pulse Monitor or even Under Pressure, as there's not a ton that's super appealing. Again, Envious on a primary, not completely sold on just yet, but it's not like it's a bad option or anything like that. This might be more of a pick what you like kind of option, except for Slick Draw, don't pick that. Even if you like it, don't pick it. Pugilist in the second column is also somewhat of an option for those of you with Strand builds, as they can be pretty melee focused. We're looking for range in our minor perks, little arrowhead break action, and either range or stability, depending on your preference for your masterwork. Basso Ostinato, a Void shotgun, 140 RPM, rapid fire. Shotguns in PvE world, still kind of a bit weird, bit nebulous, not really super popular at the moment, but I feel like with the difficulty increases, they might start to get better as a mid-tier difficulty kind of weapon class, stuff that's around maybe -10, -15. In any case, this gun has 3 premier perks in the second column: 1-2 punch, trench barrel, and new with Lightfall, destabilizing rounds, where final blows cause nearby targets to become volatile. Anything with the word volatile is immediately going to perk some ears up, and this is definitely the most popular perk on this gun at the moment for you Void enjoyers out there. That being said, after running with this gun and this perk for a little bit, I wasn't exactly the most impressed, but I also wasn't completely optimized for its use pretty much at all, so there's probably some more investigating to be done. However, I'm skeptical. In the first column, Envious Assassin is not a bad choice at all. Lead from Gold also getting a lot of love here. I don't know if it's my favorite pick, but it's certainly a good one. Don't sleep on Grave Robber either. You're going to be in melee range with this thing a lot anyway, so you might as well get some free reloads. I personally think 1-2 punch is maybe better on a harder hitting shotty. The faster ones kind of feel like a more trigger happy kind of gun, but you know, you could certainly make arguments for both rapid fire and high impact shotguns in terms of 1-2 punch viability. I tend to think of 1-2 punch as a thing that you use on really beefy targets that would be able to survive a high impact shotgun shot. I think most people are going to hunt for destabilizing rounds to try them out while the perk is still new, though. If they don't end up being good, then yeah, 1-2 punch or trench barrel is going to be your go-to. Magazine perks and range are good for your minor perks. Finally, we have Circular Logic, a Strand machine gun, 450 RPM, pretty good. Why don't you take a guess as to what the most popular perk is here? If you said Hatchling, you'd be correct. People wanting to experiment with Threadlings, and considering how quickly you'll be able to mow down targets with a machine gun, I totally get the appeal. Fortunately, the perks available in the first column make your decision pretty simple. Feeding Frenzy, Envious Assassin, and Keep Away are all good choices, but I'm probably leaning towards Feeding Frenzy or Envious Assassin. I guess I'd probably say Feeding Frenzy because I'm imagining the way that I would be using this gun, which is basically as a primary weapon thanks to the reserves buff that machine guns got in Lightfall, and thus would never get to proc Envious Assassin in the first place. Target Lock is technically also an option here thanks to the origin trait on these guns, but this perk turns the gun into much more of a single target boss damage weapon versus an ad clear weapon. It's an interesting idea if you're looking for something to kind of fit that niche. Those are your Neomuna guns. Happy hunting, enjoy those hatchlings, thanks for watching. How many commas are in this sentence? I don't know. I'll see you next time. I think it was about 7.